So today I thought I'd talk you through what happens when a photo shoot has happened, what happens when I get back to the office. Today I've got two jobs to edit. I have University of Leicester from Wednesday, which was 25 headshots, and also a job yesterday for Mars Pet Care, which was based at Battersea Park Dog's Home down in Windsor. So the headshot session, I always shoot tethered, so that means that my camera is attached via a cable. I've not got it here with me. That is plugged into my MacBook. Every photo I take goes straight to the MacBook, and the client can then see their image straight away on the big screen. Sometimes I have another monitor attached, a 27-inch monitor, which I'm looking at myself now, and so they can see any kind of posing issues, any hair, makeup, clothing that they might need to adjust. They can do it right there and then, rather than looking on the back of the screen of the camera, which is not great. Especially on a Sony, it's not a great screen on the back. Sony is great for image quality, however. So when that happens, in the Sony you have two memory cards. When you shoot tethered, the images only go to card 1, and instead of going onto card 2, it goes out of the cable onto the computer, so it's onto the hard drive in the computer. My MacBook only has a small hard drive. I was cheap when I bought it, so I use a Samsung SSD. And what that does, basically, when the images come into the computer, they go straight into a Capture One session, which is my editing software, and straight onto this hard drive. When I get back to the office, I'm going to move this camera around, that session gets imported into my main editing hard drive, which is down here, this one. And all of the images are then, once they're on there, I have a synchronization software that then takes it to another hard drive, which is down here. That's my backup drive, and also I have Backblaze running, which mirrors this hard drive, and well, any hard drive attached to my Mac goes straight to the cloud. So if we count that up, I have one backup on the card, second backup on the hard drive, third backup on this drive here, fourth on the backup drive, and in the cloud. So I have 5 copies of each photo taken. So the chances of me losing an image are slim to none. This hard drive lives in my house. The images live on the card until the card is full, and I normally just replace the card every 3 or 4 weeks, depending on how many jobs I've got in, so the images stay on there for a long time. So once the images are, once the Capture One session, which is like a small catalogue, if you like, if you're used to using Lightroom, once that is in the computer, I then edit off this main drive here, and any changes that happen go straight to the cloud. Backblaze sorts that out, and also when I finished editing, I just press the sync button on the sync software, and it copies all of those changes to the backup drive, which is super useful. So I'm going to edit the Mars job first. Now this is just a 1-hour event capturing what happens when a pet gets rehomed. So I'm going to edit this, and I will get back to you a bit later. So I'm going to jump in here real quick. I swapped to Sony from Canon in around October last year. Canon, I used to use 5D Mark IVs, very good camera. I'd probably still be using it now. I just got a little bit bored, and I wanted mirrorless. I've been using the Fuji, which I'm shooting this video on now. I quite like the mirrorless and the small form factor of the camera, but yesterday I got to use the Pet Eye autofocus, which I've never used before. I thought that's going to be a gimmick, I'm never going to need that. But yesterday I had to photograph some cats and dogs, and they move around quite quick. Putting the Pet Eye focus on, that bang in focus. That is amazing. Tack sharp. Well done, Sony. Love it. And again, I'm not sure how much of this you'll be able to see on that screen, but this photo here was taken through a glass window in a cat kennel, and I'm shooting on a Tamron 28-75 zoom lens. I was shooting at 2.8 because it was very low light, ISO 1000, shutter 1/25, and perfectly in focus. shooting through a window. Amazing. So I've got one job uploading to my website that the client will then be able to download in about an hour. I have the second job. All the basic adjustments have been done in Capture One. Things like straightening, a little bit of cropping, a little bit of exposure adjustments, not too much, as I tend to get things as right as I can in camera. Then it goes into Photoshop, which will have the image will have a slight retouch. I don't tend to do too much retouching. If a client specifically wants that, then it's an extra charge and it goes off to a retoucher who is a dedicated retoucher. That's all they do, and they are brilliant at it, way better than I can do. So I'm just going to do a slight blemish removal, get rid of any stray hairs, and that'll be it. Then it'll be export it, upload it to the website, and that will be ready in about 2 hours. So the last job is uploading to my website. Just a few files left to do. This will be sent off within probably about 15 minutes, I think. When that's done now, I'm just going to hit the sync button on my software. So now all of the edits on the main drive will get synced to the backup drive, which is down there. And also that will be uploading. It is uploading to Backblaze right now. So I have soon to have 3 copies of each edited file, and 4 if you count them all going to the website. There we go. Job done. That's my 4 hours on a Saturday done.